Good morning, everyone. It is time, once again, for the Let's Talk Stock Show. Talking a little low, people sleeping in the house. Little somber. If you looked at that thumbnail, you're probably like, God damn. It looked like I knew what I was doing. It looked like if it was a short position, it'd be great. I have all kind of followers if I was like, sell here. Got coffee in a cup. So, oh man, terrible trade just went wrong from the get-go. So I just used this video to discuss it. There's my line. There's my line that I decided I was going to get out. And a chain of events went wrong. Like, I needed to tweet out this video. Let me see if I can tweet it out real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. This is what happens when you go live. All right, there's a tweet out. All right, so let's discuss this. Yeah, man, look at Google. It's tanking. Goodness gracious. I mean, shit. Look how it just sliced through this 1100. This is just bam. All right, so yeah, looking at that thumbnail, you're probably like, oh man, this boy's a genius. So anyway, I'll just use this video to go ahead and discuss this terrible trade, man. It's terrible. All right, so where I guess I got all giddy was right here. I caught this run right there. Okay, that was like 2 days ago. And then somehow, I can't remember, I sold it into a spread, okay? And I had a spread going on. Some call spreads. I can't even remember, the 115, 125, I can't remember. So when it opened down here the next day and it kind of bounced back, I was going to get out. Okay, let me go into like a 5-minute chart. Okay, so when it opened down here, I sold the short calls, okay, the shorts, and then I was just long straight Google. And look, I was a genius again. Wow. Oh yeah, man, this thing's going up. These guys don't know what they're doing. So I was a genius twice. So now the head's blowing up. I'm just feeling all good about Google. I know this thing is going up. So it kind of goes down, and I'm like, oh man. And I'm deciding where I'm going to get out. And it held steady for the rest of the day. And looking at the steadiness, I also put on a butterfly trade. And let me just zoom it out a little bit. Because, all right, before today, don't count that. It's just been kind of doing this, So I put in a butterfly trade where the deltas were a little positive because you see how it's going up. All right, so I'm like, and this was a short-term trade. This trade was meant to be 3 days long, okay? It was like I did the 10 options, 10 days to expiration. I was going to get out 3 days, okay? So that trade went terribly wrong too. So anyway, let's zoom back into that 5-minute chart. Goodness gracious. I mean, look, when I set up the thumbnail and stuff, Google's like right here. It's just boom. Anyway, I got some things that's going out well. I was short the Qs. I had 20 verticals, and that's working out. I was short SPY. Yeah, so I had some things working out, but this just kills it. Gotta drink my coffee. It's early in the morning. So where was we? Okay, my head was blowing up. Pause. Anyway, so it's going steady, right? I'm like, all right. I think I put the butterfly on somewhere during the day. I was like, man, this thing is not going down. Maybe I'll put a butterfly on as well. Get out 3 days. It just wants to hang out in this area. It's gonna hold hold that, all that. Anyway, where were we? But okay, so the rest of the chain events, I didn't wake up in time. I didn't have a stop. Okay, See, Andre, you need to watch this video later. Did not have a stop in place. I guess I was just so confident this thing was going to open flat or up. No stop. But 2, I wasn't in the market at 9:30. I overslept. I didn't even know what the hell futures was doing, blah, blah, blah. You know where I woke up? Somewhere right here, okay? I'm like, oh, shit. You know, you keep your fingers crossed that it's going the other way and it's nothing to worry about. It's all good. Go get some coffee, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I woke up somewhere. So now, I didn't get out right away. I knew I had to get out, but I was like waiting for a bounce. The last few weeks, there's no bounce. This market don't bounce. It don't bounce up, down. It don't. This is a one-way direction market. But anyway, I was waiting for a bounce, and I got a little one, man. This is let's go to the different style chart first of all, because all you've seen is red here, and then let's draw the 1 minute. And yeah, I think this is it right there. Yeah, and I set a stop. Ooh, I set a stop now. All right, let me see something real quick. Cash Money, what's up, man? I didn't have the text showing. All right, right there. I had it. So, okay, I was wanting to get out by the yellow line. No, I slept through it and didn't set a stop. So I woke up somewhere over here waiting for kind of a bounce, and I think I did it right here. And then as it went up, I'm just looking. No, it was over here. And you can see that candle right there. That's the bounce. I was like, all right. And I set my stop right there. Yeah, 103.70 or something right here. And it went up. And I was like, all right, man, if I could pull this trade out, this would be great, man. This would be amazing, you know. And nah, it came down. I stopped out, and it kept going out. So that's how that trade played out. And then, you know, the butterflies were holding their own. But as it kept going, you know, I had to close out the butterflies too. I didn't have no stop set on. I don't usually set stops, so I just try to do it up here. But one thing I also learned is I had a lot of positions on. And I already knew it. It's not like I learned it, but you know, if you're doing mental stops, you can't have a lot of positions on. I could mental stop a couple of trades, and I was like, damn, I got this on. Damn. It was mostly the same trade on different accounts. So I had butterflies on this. Bad day to pick a butterfly. Those trades usually work damn near all the time. And, you know, looking at this, you know, it wasn't really doing nothing. That's the biggest move this thing had. And, man, let me go back to an hour. Maybe back here, June 11th. No, because this is a day. Well, this is about a day. This is an hourly chart. And then over here, June. Yeah, so this is a big day. It just blew right through the Bollinger Bands, blew through all kinds of support levels. And now we are right about here. So it might hold here. You see that? It might hold right there, but I'm not going to be messing with this for a while. You know, 1100 is, it's good. This is a good stock to buy right now, long term, for sure. Okay, maybe I'll even look at buying some leaps because Google's a good stock. This thing is growing at 20% a year. Okay, and it's just not showing in the charts. And maybe as it gets down, and see, the thing that always bothered me about this trade was I said it, and I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to go. Let me go right back to the because I wanted to show you where I should have got out of this thing. Okay, so remember I kind of was a genius, you know, and then it kind of came down. But right here, at the end of the day, towards the end of the day, when I realized it just didn't really breach these highs and started coming down again, I should have got out. But I wasn't. I was just looking at the whole range because I was good. You know, it didn't matter. You know, I'm good. I'm thinking right here. I'm stopping out there. It could do all it wants, but I really should have examined it and just kind of like, you know, this thing is just getting weak and weak and weaker. Also, the Qs was weak. I was saying that all the time. I said I do not feel comfortable about this trade. I just got it. I was trying to save a trade over here, and when I sold something, I was like, I don't feel comfortable. Why? Because the Qs, man, the market's just weak. It's trying to make a bounce right now. And Google's not going to go up if the Qs go down. That's not going to happen, unless it was some kind of earnings. Even then, man, it's hard to do. Amazon, all them FANG stocks, so I'm like, I just didn't like it. But you know what? What also was messed up, I was just totally not, the last few weeks with this whole rip, man, I'm like, oh, it's got short, and finally some of them, I kept doing it. Finally, I got this paying off today, but I was losing going up. So I'm like, man, I can't think. All right, yeah, the Q's that it's gonna go down. What do I know? Because the fuck, I was wrong the last couple of weeks, So that's why I was like, I'm just like, forget it. I like the way the chart looks. I like some of that price action was hanging in there, and I wasn't even kind of thinking. I was like, I've been wrong all last couple weeks and saying it's going down. Every morning I wake up, the thing's up 300 points, gapping up, So I'm like, oh man, I just wasn't right. It's almost like a sign I got to take a break. So look at it. It's finally coming down. It did not make that high, So this might be, this is the Qs. I thought I was still looking at Google. And the stochastic is starting to turn around. So this might be the beginning. Okay, that G20's this weekend. And I'm telling you, ain't no news going to come out of there. Hey, ain't going to be no trade deal. It's going to be, oh, yeah, things we talked, it was good. Things look good. Yeah, we got to be working this out. It's just going to be some kind of push out. It ain't going to be like, oh, we walked away. Watch. Guaranteed. That's my bet. And then when that happens, the market, I think, is going to go down, because I think it needs the trade deal. I don't think it needs another push out, because it's just going to be pushed out. Man, he's been pushing it out ever since January or late last year. And here it is going to be July. Okay. And it's just weird. That's, I don't know. You would think the market was going down initially off of the Fed, right? And then it was tariffs. It's tariffs, and then all of a sudden, the Fed, he chilled out, and then now the market, the Fed said he's not going to raise, and now the market didn't care about tariffs anymore. So it started with tariffs, and the Fed's like, all right, we'll chill out, and kind of got a little relief from December 24th, and then I think it was tariffs again. And then the Fed's like, oh, we might cut, and then that's it. Tariffs didn't even matter anymore. So I don't know what's going on. And that's why I think sometimes you just got to extract yourself from the news and just kind of look at what is going on right here. Hey, babes, what's going on? Life Like I in the building. All right, so that's what's going on. I mean, that news, but you can't help it. I love this stuff. I love consuming myself in the business and the news, and kind of see what's going on and trade and doing long term, all kinds of stuff. And so it's hard to pull that away. But if you would just look at this and you see this chart, you'd be like, shit, I'm going along. Look, simple trend line right here. Let me draw that right there. The downtrend was happening, broke through, nice good volume down there. Go long. Simple, right? But no, I know, oh, this economy is terrible. Oh, you got to short this thing. That's where you go wrong. See, that's where the news takes effect. So you can't do that. It says it right here. Let me clear this out again. Let me clear all these lines. Looking all like crap. So here's the move. Stock market is going down. It's going down. And you're like, oh, man. You just draw a simple trend. This is like technical analyst. Technical analyst. Anyway, 101. Broke the trend line. Buy. Okay, buy right there. Can I draw an arrow? I got little arrows. Boom, right there. Buy. No, the news cluttered my brain. And if you look at it, it's just going up, up, up. We could do something simple on the reverse side. Oh, shoot. Trend lines is one of the first things about technical analysts when you're looking at chart is to do. and it really works. You can get rid of everything. You draw trend lines, and a lot of your trades will be successful. But you start putting all this in there and that in there. See, look at that trend line. It's broke. It's broke. Okay, so the Qs is probably going down, and what's going to really catapult it down? I'm thinking this weekend, man. I'm thinking we could be setting up for an ugly Monday. So here's the other top. It did not reach, man. That's a sign of weakness. All right, so I just threw, well, 3 trend lines, but 2 that matters. The other one's old. And yeah, it's probably going down before it even attempts to go back up. So that's the video for the day, man. I'll keep it short, a little somber. But, I put it out there. See, this is what I'm saying. If I put out successes, I'll put out the failures. I'll put it out there. And that's what I don't think people do, because they always write. That's why I also say don't follow me, fade me, okay? Because I'm just a dude that trades, okay? And I get a lot wrong, okay? And I get a lot right. I just want to get more right than I do wrong, But nah, that was a messed up one. Google may bounce back just because I got out. That's the only reason, okay? Not because I got out. But it broke 1100, man. I can't believe it just sliced through that thing like butter, man. Let's see something here. Go back to the 15-minute. Yeah, there's a little bounce, and that's what I was looking for, somewhere up here, okay? Like when I was trying to get out, I was like, I gotta get out. Looking for something like that, wanting to see that candle. But no, man, it did not show up. It did not show up. So got out somewhere around there. But sometimes these are just opportunities to short it again. Okay, look, see, these people want to it's just a bounce. Most likely that's what that is. But since I lost that trade, I'm not even gonna mess with Google for a while. All right. Amazon, I also had I sold some calls. Remember those calls yesterday? I sold right above. I kept those on. I ended the video. I was like, "Oh man, I got to get out. What happened? Why is it bouncing yesterday? Here's the bounce." And I was like, "What the hell's going on, huh?" It almost look, it's like a reversal, and then look, gave it up today. Why? Because of the Nasdaq. It just can't hold, So Amazon was looking pretty strong yesterday, and I was in that. So that was also what was filtered. I was like, Amazon is strong, so Google, this was a great day for Amazon yesterday. It's just boom and right down, and here's a good level to kind of keep an eye out, because that's where the bounce happened, and boom, it sliced right through it. So you just got to blame the overall market weakness. I was trying to find news on it, and you saw those stocks yesterday, but look at what the Nasdaq did yesterday, right? There was no bounce. It just went down. That's why I was like, oh shoot, Amazon, Google, this didn't bounce. This was just sliding all day. So that's what had me worried, and that's when I really should have just said, you know what, either don't trade, because everything didn't line up right. You have to have all of the stuff kind of lined out. You definitely want the market to go in the direction of your trades, I feel. And it makes it easier because, I'm trying to think, the rising tide, all boats, whatever phrase. So if you're going long, you want the market to kind of be, going up. If you're going short, I think you want the market to kind of be going short. You can short when the market's ripping, and you can go, but it's easier when you find trades that go flow with the market. Those trades work way better than the other way, because the market, when it goes down, it takes everything down. Like if we were to have a 500-point down day, just looking at what the market is doing, the Dow's down 35. The Dow's, trying to make a comeback. But it's different kind of stocks in the Dow. But if we would have a 500-point down, everything's going to be down. Everything. It'll be like 2 stocks up in the S&P 500, So, and same thing when it goes up big, So you just have to Yeah, you want to put trades on with the market, and that was the key, man. I probably got to watch my videos from yesterday and the day before, and just flap myself. Why didn't I listen? And try to figure out, what made me go through. But I think I talked about them in this video, and that's why I put these videos out, because it's like for me to go back instead of paper logging. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, then I can go view it. So I got the thumbnail that says "Why Google Trade Sucks." Go check that out, and then maybe when I have another moment, I say, you know what, I'm gonna get out of this trade. This one's not working. So I also trade better when market's going up than down, and that's what had me so upset, because I'm a long general. In general, I like longs, going long. And that's why I was so upset I missed that, because I usually catch these. I usually I like going long, and I was selling out of the money options, and some of them made it towards the end here. I should have known it was going to get close up to this, the top there. So much made it to the, I lost my train of thought. Spread what you had on Google. Yeah, I had a butterfly, and I had some butterflies and just long calls, man. I never go long. When I go long, I am 100% positive, but it was the spreads, and I tried to sell the spreads by individual legs, try to get cute. Okay, you can't get cute. You gotta sell. You put them on together and you sell them together. Period. The trade was down, and that's where it was really messed up. This was like a chain events things of mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and I can't believe, I was just kind of keeping my fingers crossed because I had a little success doing it. That's why I was like, oh shoot, man! When I got out of that, when I sold them short legs of the verticals, and the stock rocketed basically 10 points, I was like, now I went turned the losing spread into a winning spread. And I was gonna try to clean up, okay? But it didn't work. So it's just a lesson learned, man. It's just a lesson learned. So who we got up in here? Like this video if you like it, please. Because I'm sharing you the disasters, the downfalls. It's hard. So I do think overall that we are going down. I still think that, I tried to erase it from my head, but you can't. I don't think we bust through, I think this was a good effort right here, but I've been wrong. So, it's almost hard to just kind of make statements when you just been wrong, because I've been wrong. I was right about this. I got out here and I didn't do, no. I was wrong about this. Wait a minute. I got the wrong charts up. I was wrong about that. All right, let me bring that up again. Let's bring up the daily. I could do it. I was wrong about that. No, wait. Take it back. Yeah, I was wrong about that. I was right about this. I was right about this. I got out right here. And I was wrong about this. Let me see. So wrong, right. That breaks even. Right. Okay, because I knew this double top. You can go back in the other videos. I was like, oh, maybe we're going down. And sure, it went down. It was like a day or two late, but boom, it went down. And then wrong. And let's see if I'm right. Now that'll even it out, right? So let's see what happens. If you look, I was just sitting here looking at this and see how it kind of came down and pushed back up, and then boom, it just gave through. What's happening here? Kind of up. That's not a good candle right there at the top. And then now it's, it looks like it at least maybe wants to come down to there, right? See what it wants to do. But like I said, I'm good at markets going up. Generally, when I know they're going down, I just sit on my hands. I don't like trading when it goes down. I might buy a select amount of puts against, it makes, but boy, man, that market will rip in your face with puts, and volatility gets sucked out of it, So I don't really like being strong puts like this move right here. If you remember that, remember we was down here. No, okay, we closed here, and then gapped up and just a trending day. It was crazy. And if you had puts on, you got killed that day. Then you're probably like, it's all right. And if you didn't get out, you got killed this day. And if you didn't get out or you put some more, you got killed this day. And if you didn't get out, look at this. It's gap. This one I kind of got right, but I didn't do anything. I'm just like, wow, it's going sideways. I was waiting for a little pullback, and it did go up again. So that's what's going on, man. Check FedEx. They are suing U.S. Commerce Department. FedEx, did they have earnings yesterday, today? Maybe it was today because they down 2.65%. They back. You remember that crappy earnings report they had a while back? Yeah, right here. I think that was it. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, that was it. Right here, because I sold some puts over here. I think I made some money on that. I know it went down to like 240. 140, something like that. Anyway, so it came back. It made a nice run back up to 200. This was, but I guess the market was running. And I was like, man, as it was going up, I was like, damn it. This would have been a good long portfolio type position to own FedEx down here. But I don't know, man. It just looks weak. So here's the monthly, right? It looks like it's gonna blow right through that support to this 1620 down here, and that's what's that's why the market can't go up, man. How could it, if everything's all good? The FedEx shouldn't be doing that. I mean, the trucking stocks, the transport. What's the transport? IYT. That looks like it's gonna break. It has a chance. We pulled up stocks like JB Hunt. Look at that. And then Swift was kicking ass. It still is. I still don't understand this. I do not understand Swift. Okay. XPO. God damn. I can't look at the trucking stocks, man. They just hurt. They hurt too much. Okay, yeah. She's saying that when she said they are suing U.S. Commerce Department, she said that was on CNN News. Let's look at gold because I was in it. Remember, I had a good trade yesterday, man. I made pretty good money on there, and it's still up today. It was up bigger, but so that's working out. And then the GDX, which is weird. I want to get longer, I think, in this, but it's not. Today, it's down 1.74%. And it's like, well, it's the GDX. Yeah, the gold miners. The gold is up, gold miners down. Maybe it's just too big of a run. I don't know. And then the GDXJ, the junior gold miners. I mean, these things run too, and this thing is down 1.1%. Remember, so they go up hard, and they also come down hard. And I trade Nougat, that 3 times gold miners. I think it's the gold miners. It's down 5%. Man, but it was a good day yesterday. Look at that. That was this was yesterday. So maybe it found a little ground. I think it's just a little pullback. Man, I do think that, look at that. Look at the volatility expanding, right there. See how the Bollinger Bands are starting to come out. What was I going to say? I do think this is a trade that can hang on there. And I hate gold. This is the first time I ever really was messing with gold ever, because it just doesn't do anything. Like if you missed this run in the 2000s, ever since then, let's say, most of the 2010s, okay. and just been coming down and going sideways. But now, after all these years of consolidating and just gyrating in there, I mean, gold was like the perfect stock to be eyeing condoring all day. Just hanging out in there between 111, 120, 114, yeah, man, just eyeing. But now, just look at that breakout. Now, we've been having some failed breakouts lately, and so I don't know if gold is going to be one of them though. And just remember, I said it in my other videos, if it breaks out, if it rejects here, now this is a monthly, so we still got a couple of days for the month. Maybe I draw a weekly. If it rejects here, which I don't know, and that's a strong move, but if it's going to come down hard, just like you saw XPO. Even though that was a lot, it's going to come down hard, so hopefully this breakout is real, and if it is real, it's going to go a lot higher, so I think at the breakout points, a lot of people get happy, and a lot of things going on, so we want to see if it can kind of get some traction off of that. And then it's a trade that's going to happen for a while, because I mean, we had years of consolidation, just years, so yeah, keep an eye on that. Gold is up. It's been, damn, man, look, this is a crazy move for gold, up 13% in 7 days. Make that 5 days. Wow. So that's why I think some of the miners and stuff are pulling back, because they had almost a similar move, and they just, gold is the commodity and miners are the stocks and stuff, so the companies, so maybe there's people just taking profits and stuff. Let me look at the TLT. It's the bonds. Let's look at the bonds ripping. Here's my little line I drew, and all right, so all that stuff is going on. That's why the stock market just can't go. It just can't keep continuing. These is what you want to be in, right? The bonds. This is choppy as hell, boy. I remember I used to try to trade TBT, and I wasn't successful in that. But yeah, so bonds is ripping, gold is ripping. I think the utilities, yeah, utilities all-time high. So the Dow, look at the Dow. How is everything going up? Oh man, let's look at the NASDAQ. This is the why is that down there? I'm sorry, that's crude. That's the NASDAQ. I don't think I have it on here. Actually, I thought that was Slay. Is it NQ's NASDAQ? Anyway, NDX. That's what it is. Let's put it in my charts. And where did it go? There we go. Okay, so NASDAQ is damn near all-time high. It's coming down today, though. It's coming down today. And so things that should be going opposite, kind of, everything's just going up. And I don't think the market's just going to be the one to probably be the one to change its mind and go down. Just something to pay attention to, It's just not good vibes, and that's why I didn't believe that run that we had since this candle. Since we had the last month, it's just like, what? It was crazy. Everything just going up like that, all these cross currents, so I always think of that, like, see how the market goes up and then it goes up smooth, even though that's a little toppy, but see how it does this, all this gyration, and I always feel like that's like a smooth lake, and somebody throws a rock in it and it makes those ripples, right? And you say if you're in a boat, you're doing all of this. It's probably time to get out of the water, man. So I always think about it like that, and that's what made me get out early. That's why I caught most of this. I got out here, and I just wasn't liking the big candle size. I put it in the video, and I just wasn't liking the ripples. And I was thinking we was gonna go down to here somewhere, here, I think, but we bounced back, and I that's I was still right about that. I was just wrong about where it went to, and I still didn't like it though when we reached the top, and then all of that kind of caught me off guard. But I don't know, man. Look at that. Look at the moving average. Just the 9. This the monthly, so this the 9-month moving average is flattening out, and it's gonna have to pick a direction. Do we go sideways for years? Especially having that monster run and pull it back. Do we just go sideways from up here? Or do we, because it could do what this did. See how we went sideways here, but this was a nice little drop there, and then up. Then there's the drop again, and then now we never did, as people say, we got to retest the low. See right here and right here. Do I need to zoom into that here and here? We didn't do that. Not that we have to, but do we need to? If we get down here, you probably want to buy. And then that will kind of, people say, all right, we did the low. And then if we break that double test, or that double low, you probably want to get out, man. We're probably going a lot lower. But let's see. Maybe that's why it's just funny. We did that V bottom, and that was it. We came, V bottom, keep going up. No. The double test always happens, for the most part. Here in 2008, man, it didn't. But I think it was crazy. I mean, it was dropping down 50% or whatever. What was that? 55% basically from the top to the bottom. That's the Dow index, man. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people couldn't retire from that because they didn't experience that. The last time something like that happened was really 80, maybe 86. It wasn't that severe. I mean, like 2000 was bad, but it didn't happen in them 2 months. Well, this is where it really got ugly. Right here, from was that August to here, that's down 40%, right? So it happened so fast. That was ugly, man. I'm surprised I'm still messing with these stocks after this. A lot of people, and I did, and I was just like, I wasn't trading actively though in that era. Was I? You know what? I might have been right about here, and then was getting my ass kicked over here, and then said fuck it over here. And that's what happens, so are we gonna have another fuck it moment? All right, man, I gotta go ahead and end it. So thanks for watching, y'all. That's my little thing about what this market's gonna do. It's just crazy. Everything's going up. Something's gotta come back down. The reality's gotta snap back in. Okay, so on one of the indexes, you name it, I don't know. Qs, Nat, they all ain't going up, and it's just, hey, everything's up. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to continue to happen, I should say. So, find what you want to short, find what you want to buy. I think it's a good time for your long portfolio to pick up some stocks, and FedEx just may be one of them. FedEx just might be one of them. It'll get its act together, even though Amazon is knocking. It's a knocking. UPS, I want to pull that up because I think UPS is just as ugly. Yeah, look at that, man. I mean, this thing stopped going up 2 years ago. It is right at multi-year support. For the most part, it's right here, really. Yeah, 98, 97. If it breaks that, some are here at 85 and then 80. You see, I mean, is this the buy point? I mean, if this goes down, the market's going down. UPS is not going to 80 and the market's going to new highs. Nah, man. And these trucking stocks, these transportation stocks is telling you, they move the economy, right? The economy is doing great. These guys is making money because things is moving. If they not doing great, things ain't moving. Why? Is interest rates going to be the savior? Oh, we lowered interest rates 25 basis points or 50 basis points. Is that the savior? No. Will that make people start shipping with UPS? I mean, it's nice, but this is a little bit. It's just, I don't know. So this is a big ass candle right there. This is the one. Look at this, man. From the high 117, the low 89. That is 20% in a month. And it takes, once you start seeing big candles, the volatility is coming in, and generally they don't go up. Even though you've seen it here, right? It came down to there, and I guess that was a good low. And then, chilled out. And then you see that one? I'm telling you, that's a sign to get out. But you don't want to get out down here because you wait for that bounce back that don't happen. But it bounced back, and then you should get out. I'm telling you, big red candles are always a sign to get the fuck out, So that's what I kind of look at, when things are just kind of doing, because it's that rock that got thrown in the water, and get out before the wake starts. That's my little thing. It's my little trick. Doesn't always work. It could be a one-off, but generally it's not. You could look, like here, and then it kind of bounced. But yeah, that was kind of a sign. But you want the pullback and then get out if you missed it. If you couldn't get out early, you want the pullback. And that's what I was waiting for. Then you might get the pullback. But you see, if you got here and you got the pullback and got out, say 50%, look what happened. UPS is one ugly ass chart. I didn't realize this thing is that ugly. This thing hasn't been making money in years as far as stock wise. If you caught that run, but if you bought here in 2014, it's right here again. It's 2018, 19. You ain't make no money. If you a long-term holder in that, has a 3.94% dividend. That's nice dividend. See, so you could pick that up. You making that, but man, damn. Maybe Amazon buys UPS to finish up its freight. Right? So you heard me say Amazon buys Lowe's, Amazon buys UPS. Well, you heard it first from me. Right? And then boom, now they shipping for free. Everything. They own it. They own the whole shebang. I wonder if the government would stop that. You got Balin the dog. I was just watching your APU rant video. Seen you was live and you're not trucking anymore. Yeah, man, I quit trucking. I got a job with the post office. So if I didn't get that job, I would still be driving that Schneider truck probably. Maybe for another company. So I found that an opportunity to go over the road. I was former military. If you can get into the post office and be former military, they give you the hookup. So I got a new job. Start with 4 weeks vacation. Okay, can you turn that down? All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and start. Make pretty good money, good beanies, and get 4 weeks vacation a year from the get go. So I parked that Schneider truck. That was easy decision to make because I wasn't. It was too much risk. I got it in my videos, and it looks like if you look at the Schneider, let's bring up Schneider. It just you look at this chart. Is that Schneider? No, I was like, man, Scripps, SNDR Schneider. Good gracious, way below the IPO price. Looking at this chart doesn't look like it's all rosy out there. So anyway, yeah, man. So I do this. So I don't do the videos with the postal truck. I don't want them to be like, you're recording. It's kind of a little strict government job. So I'm like, I don't do those. So this is what I do on the side. So I just started to start talking about my stock trades and stuff like that, And it kind of helps. Ever since I started, it's been helping my trading, but the last month's been shitty, man. But that happens. That just happens. So I got to figure it out. When the market's gyrating, going up and down, generally nobody's making money. I mean, you got some people that just claim they wait for the short. Oh, you make so much money going down, but you have to wait 8 years the way this market been for it to go down. So if you can time those, you ain't making any money either, because the whole 8 years you didn't make any money, or the whole time span that we've been going up. So generally, I always say, when the market's doing this, nobody's making money. For the most part, we lose money. Everybody's opening their 401k statements, oh god damn, and making these. Yeah, it's just not happening. So that's why it sucks when the market goes down. Yeah, I mean, when the market's going up, you could just throw a dart at a stock and boom, it's up. Hey bro, glad you got a job now. I've been running the road for a few years. About to buy my first truck in cash. I'm averaging 85. That's nice, 85 a week in revenue a week right now, and get 25%. But I want to get 100. Okay, now see, if I was you, I wouldn't even be greedy. I mean, 8,500 a week, man. That's, what I would do personally? I would pay a driver $1,000. Shoot, pay him $1,500. Now you're making $7,000 a week, and you ain't doing shit. That's what I would do. Don't get greedy and then get in over your head, especially if you run a spot market freight. That's what I would do. I mean, if you're truly making that, go pay a driver $1,500 and you sit home on your ass making $7,000 a week. How could you not? That it's a no-brainer. Why would you be in a truck when you can be home on your ass and still make $7,000 a week? And then maybe see if you could push that into another truck. So that's what I would do, and enjoy a little bit life at home and run the business, at home. Do this, not necessarily stock trade, but get your broker board up, or and dispatch that truck. Let him make it. Nobody talks about that. I think LaShawn is the only one that kind of doing that. He tried, but he's back on the road now. So when you see somebody at home, they back on the road, it's like, I guess things ain't going that well. Because things is going well with me, I'll be here. I'm not trying to be out there. And if I can make what you're making and put $7,000 in my week pay drive, you pay offer drive $1,500, he's taking that job. So that's what I would do. Then you got some trucking advice on this Let's Talk Stock show. But that's good, man. That's good. Just reading 25% but 100. You're saying, you imagine you're an owner operator. Okay, dedicated reefer freight. That's my goal. Start with one truck and build up to 5 and run it from the home and actually be a daddy. Yeah, man, because you miss that. I did a video on that. You just miss life being out there. And sometimes, is it worth it? What figure on the dollar is it really worth it? Because we only got one life. But we can always make money here, and at any time. But we only got that one life. And you miss so many events. Kids don't know you that well. Every time you go home, you get your hugs ain't that strong. They're like, yeah, who's this guy? You're back, huh? Anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I wish you the best of luck. I know when I did it, I was, okay, my plan when I first got in it, I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to see how much money I can make. People saying, oh, they making $2,000. Man, I ain't make that. I didn't make anything close to growing my business. And it was the same pay up into every week. There was no extra money to grow. It was just money to live, and maybe save a little bit. And that's why I was like, man, this is not worth it to me. I want to be able to start and grow and to get into another truck, and I need to make more money. I got a lot of risk. If I would have reckoned, hit, or say go off the road and say, we don't want that to happen, but you're out of business. You know what I mean? And some people don't figure that out. And you've probably been in times where you're like, oh shit. But if it were to happen, you're out of business most likely. And that's where I don't want that risk. And I wasn't making enough money. So let's say that did happen. I'm like, all right, I'll get back on my feet. And I got this big cash pile. My cash pile wasn't growing that fast. I was like, this is like I'm just making a little bit more than a company driver. So if I would have had that big mistake, I had nothing to fall back on because I couldn't grow. And that's what I didn't like. And I think that's what a lot of people didn't like, but they're not saying. And that's why they was chasing, going to their own authority, because they wanted all the money. Kind of like you're saying there, you want all the money. And that's where I would be, if you're making good money without all the money, because remember the expenses, and you even get more risk. So you got to put a value on that risk. You got to value it, because it could come bite you in the ass. Look at my Google trade, for instance. I just totally flipped it to stocks. Oh, I got to bring it up. Like yesterday, I sat here and I counted how much money I could make if it went up. And by the way, when I was making that video, I was like, oh shoot, that's going down for sure. And it just tanked. It could happen any moment. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, so that's why I want to be able to go out there and make what you're making, if you're making that, so I could turn around. Let's say you're making that, and I can bank. Let's say I can bank $4,000 a week, and then every month I got $16,000 in the bank. Yeah, I'll probably be all right. But anyway, so okay, that's what I thought you said. You're a company driver getting 25% of gross revenue. Home every day for 15-hour break, and then all week. But once I get my truck, I'll be getting. All right, I got you. Let me tell you something, man. If you're making $8,500 a week, oh, you get 20. All right, wait a minute. You get 25% of $8,500. Is that what you're saying? Got to get out the calculator. So 22,000, 21, 25. I'll tell you what. With Schneider, you wouldn't be making that. You'll make it here and there, but the average will be below that. That's a good company job you got then. I totally got it wrong. I got you. So you want to make all that money. I got you. I think that works. If you can get, I don't know if you'll get the 100%. If you can get 100%, even if you can get 90 or whatever, that's huge. If you can constantly, right now you're doing the job and you're getting 8,500 is coming to the truck, but you're only getting 25% as a company driver, and if you have your own truck and you still get that same 8,500, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot now. I was totally misunderstanding. I thought you was an own operator already. I'm like, wait a minute, huh? Yeah, I like that. I like that as a plan. As long as you can get that 8,500, and and yeah, you're ready, and you have a fallback plan just in case your company says, we lost that contract, we lost it. We out of business. Now you got to go put your truck on somewhere else. So yeah, I like it. I take that back. I take a lot of the stuff I said back, but you can kind of see where my mind thinks. So by the way, if you get your own truck and you can make that, yeah, man, I would put a driver in that truck, and be home. The home was so important to me, and that's why I didn't make as much as I could have made. Now I made good money, and I was never in the red, but I didn't make as much money as I could have made because I like being home. I was taking 3-day weekends, and that's what I liked about being home. I'm not gonna go out there. I'll go out tomorrow. Instead of company, if you're company driver, they calling you, where are you? Ready to fire you. So thanks for checking out this. I teach you how to make money here. You got trade stocks. You could do this and make what you're doing on the road, and don't do nothing. If you can learn this, it takes years though. Even though it's weird because buy and sell. That's the only choice you got to make. Is buying and selling 50-50. But it's so hard. If I would have sold here, I'd have made a lot of money. If I'd have bought here, I'd lose a lot. It's just 50-50. Why can't a lot of people be successful in this? I don't know. It's crazy, right? It's a coin flip. You either buy it or you sell it. Because it's a lot of emotions in it. And when it does that, our emotions, we just pick the wrong way to go. You know, that's why they want you to trade as a robot. Just be follow this, don't get the emotions out of it, and you do well. Anyway, I love having my baby home. That's what Life Like I says. That's right. She's, you know, relationship's better. It wasn't better at first because, boy, post office was kicking my ass. God damn, I was putting a lot of hours in, and it's a little better now. Yeah, so I became regular. I'm a regular employee, so I get time off. Right now, I've been home for 2 weeks. 2-week vacation. Yeah, man, 4 weeks. I think I maxed out at 6 weeks or something like that. The benefits, it's great. I got a pension, you know. And of course, I could still save. And they match 5%, 100%, 5% of your 401k for the most part at 100%. And I can still save my own IRA. The benefits is huge. So if you can get a job, that's why I quit. That's why I quit. I mean, and I have no risk, zero risk. Okay, so and home every day and things like that. And it's a pretty easy job, you know. So all right, I don't make what you make though. You know, that's a good job you got too. I'm at a 3-truck comp and get offered to lease under my under their authority 5% for 5%, so technically be at 95% revenue. That's good. I found a truck with 250,000 miles and weekly payments is $300. I gotta try it. I think it's worth it. If you're making that money, what you said you think you're gonna, it's worth it. Okay, that's the only wild card. Long, and hopefully they don't be throwing you a curveball. Well, you don't make that money now, you know, whatever. But if you can make what you said you make, and you're getting 95% at a $300, $1,200 for the most part a month truck, go for it. Easy, yeah. And save, man. Make sure you're banking a lot of money in IRAs and stuff like that. But I like it. Yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. Balin said we could talk trucks. We could talk that. I thought about making a video, by the way, straight about trucks, because this is Dre. I don't necessarily, I do everything in stocks, but I want to talk about everything. But I haven't done it yet. But yeah, man, thanks for checking in. Yeah, and be safe out there. All right, so I'm going to end this video because we at the 56-minute mark. People be watching this video and be like, man, you know how you scroll on your YouTube feed? Like, man, I ain't watching no 56-minute video. Scroll. Oh, shoot. But anyway, man. All right, so let me let you go. Yo, thanks, Balin, the dog. Appreciate you, man. Really good luck, man. That's a great opportunity. And I'll see you, babe. See you a little later. I'll give you a call after the show. Cashmatic, of course. Appreciate you being here. Double D hasn't been here in a while, so if you're watching a replay, what's up, Double D, man? Get up in here. Get up in here, man. Anyway, so, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. This is Dre, and I'm out. And EMIP at Yahoo. Let me know what's going on, Balin, with your opportunity there. I wish you a lot of luck, man. That's a good find you got. All right, I'll see you. Peace.